Hello again, Russell Banki here, bestpriceproperties.com. Once again, I want to thank you for watching these segments of these videos on how to sell your home and earn more money other than working with some traditional realtor, or maybe even trying to sell your house yourself, which I'm not opposed of. If you can sell your house, that's fantastic. But what I am asking is, if you're not working with an agent, you're thinking about selling your property, all I ask is just let me sit down and talk with you, and I'll give you every bit of this information. I don't care if you're working with a brother, sister, cousin that's in the real estate industry, but it is very, very important to be working with an agent that has been in this business a significant amount of time, especially if you're looking to sell your house, because that's your equity, not your friend, brother, cousin, sister that really are not in the business full time and they don't put their money into real estate for their client's success. So we're going to talk about law of negotiation. The art of negotiation is a very powerful tool for that most real estate agents don't possess. They don't. They're not salespeople, most of them. Again, I have been straight commission salesperson my whole life. I've never had a salary job. 9 years old, I asked for a shoe shine kit for Christmas, and I was out knocking on doors. And ever since then, it went to the newspapers, to copier machines, to restaurant equipment, to oil field, production, and then into real estate for 27 years, which I found my passion, and I truly love it. And I'm probably one of the best negotiators you'll find out there. So. Most agents need to sell your home more than you do. They're going to ask you to keep slashing the price, and that's where it comes to that 80% of the homes sold below asking price. Well, that's not always the reason why the home's not selling. It's due to the marketing behind it and how that agent that you're working with, your listing agent, how they negotiate with others. So again, we talked about it at the video before. Co-op agents. The right marketing strategy, the right pictures, the right staging the property. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. And if you're working with a listing agent that doesn't have a true marketing strategy, I'm talking something that is proven, that works. Mine is proven by market research, 100% proven. And I mentioned it before, my numbers, 98% of my homes, we sold 98% of them, 96% of them sold at asking price or above, and 45 days or less on the market. So that's pretty strong. To me, I'm going to tell you, and I'll look at you and say this, it's very strong in this business, and I'm not selling 4 or 5 homes a year. I'm selling hundreds of homes a year, and I want to make sure you hear the truth about real estate and what type of agent you should hire. I'm not saying you should hire me, but if you want to, I'm here for you, and we'll make that decision together, once we sit down and talk. So negotiation is extremely important. Primitive negotiation, 80% of your negotiation starts before you get an offer. So when I have a buyer's agent call me, if I get an offer, I'm going to call them before I even submit it to my client. I want to know why they're buying, they want to buy this house. I'm going to know why they're making this kind of offer, or if the price is $5,000 or $10,000 less than asking. I want to know why. What's the reasoning behind it? If they don't have a reasoning behind it, I'm going to tell them to go get one. And then bring it back to me so I can tell my client, because my client's not going to understand, this type of offer, if it's $10,000 less or even $5,000 less, what's the reasoning behind it? So negotiating, starts with how to talk with the other agent, not argue with them. It's not about me winning, but really what it's about is buyer and seller coming to an agreement. The realtors need to get out of it, but my job is to investigate, get the right information so I can help my client maneuver in the right position to help them earn more money. So that's very powerful. Positioning, highly active properties, expectations of all offers, controlling the agent and the other agent's, decision on with their buyers, how they came to the conclusion to write an offer on this property. So straight line negotiation is extremely important. And peace treaty method, leave something on the table. If you're having problems, maybe you're with an agent right now and you haven't sold your house, it's been sitting on the market for 3 or 4 months. Maybe offer a buy down on their interest rate or a home warranty or paying their closing costs, or something like that. So there's all kinds of angles and directions you can take. I've got a lender that'll save that buyer, $5,000 on their closing costs, so you don't have to reduce your house $5,000 or give them closing cost money. So there's, and that's just me being in the business as long as I've been in it. I've got those relationships that will help you earn more money on the sale of your property, but you're not going to do it with some agent, average frustrated agent that's been out there for 3 or 4 or 5 years and they're only selling 2 or 3, 5 homes a year. It ain't going to happen, So, anyways. Reverse offer strategy, those are, engaging buyers that are on the fence, so those are agents that maybe shown the property 2 or 3 weeks ago. Well, we're going to call those people back and ask you, hey, did your client ever find a house? What was it, that the reason why they didn't buy it? Is there something we can offer them to help them move forward? And as long as you get the bait out there and they nibble on it and pull it in, well, now we got something to work with, as long as you got something to work with, then we can make a deal happen. So that's all I want to share with you about law of negotiation. There's much more to it than that, and I hope you guys have a great day. And we got one more, and it's law of execution. So that's going to be our next video. We'll see you in a few. Again, 6 minutes. Man, I can't shave it down. Thanks.